Boys, it's Chins. We just finished up Arnold Allen versus Melky Costa, as well as the Ronda versus Gina Carano card. This is going to be an instant reaction for both of these cards. I'll do it all in one video, why not? I'll do timestamps if you only care about one of these. I'm going to be starting with the UFC card, which I thought was great. I thought this was a really fun card. I said in my last one, this one had some really high violence potential. There was a lot of like really fun matchups on this card that absolutely delivered. All the way from the beginning of the prelims to the end of this card, this was solid. I have a lot to say about the quality of the Netflix card. I will talk about that when I'm done going over this. I'll try and be a little bit quicker with this than usual. Cagliari versus Shana Banan, cool. I don't know what to say. Shauna's cool. I believe I picked her. Don't really remember. Don't really care. Fight was a little boring up until the arm triangle, but I will say that Shauna has that dog in her. She's one of those fighters fighters that every once in a while is pretty exciting, and even though she lost, I think, pretty fun. Luis Garule versus Daniel Perez. I believe I picked Daniel Perez here. This fight was fucking retarded. If you ask me, I thought that this should have gotten fight of the night. Not that I'm complaining. I think the Doo Ho Choi fight was great, but I do think that this was a better fight. This was a fucking crazy fight. I was losing my shit watching this. Just back and forth. Absolutely insane. Sick fight. Luis Garula is a dog. Alice Ardelian versus Polyana Viena. Shit, that fucking wacky ass calf slicer, whatever the fuck it was. Is that what they're calling it? They're calling it a calf slicer. That was super fucking weird. I've never seen anything like that. I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again. Only in women's MMA, man. This shit only happens in women's MMA. Moving on. Cody Brundage versus Andre Petrosky. Wow. Cut Andre Petrosky. I just don't. How do you get knocked out by Cody Brundage? Caitlin Vieira versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did not watch this fight. I didn't watch this fight. I was taking a shit or something, but I didn't watch the fight. Tommy Gant versus Artur Miniev. I picked Tommy Gant here, but I was acknowledging that Artur Miniev is one of the sickest fights you could possibly come up with for a guy like Gant on short notice. He's such a good prospect, such a fun fighter to watch, but Gant made it seem like he was just some average Joe. Artur Miniev got absolutely dominated. He got picked up and slammed fucking all around the fucking cage. Tommy Gant ended up taking his back, flattening him out, and just destroying him with punches. Unbelievable performance, unbelievable prospect. He's one of the best prospects in the UFC, if you ask me. He's a little bit old for a prospect, but skill-wise, he's showing legitimate top 10 to top 5 level skill. He's at 155, so I'd like to see him. I don't want to see him fight a fucking Gamrot ASAP, you know what I'm saying? But maybe a guy like... Maybe give him Drew Dober next, or I don't know. I would have said Joel Alvarez if he was still 55, but I'm sure that they can figure something nice out for Tommy Gant. Moving on, Ivan Urslan versus Tuko Tokos. This fight was alright. Ivan Urslan's alright. Tuko Tokos kind of stinks. Even though he looks completely fucking different from this picture. Ivan Urslan, cool, bro. Nice. Chaos Williams eviscerated Nikolai Veretennikov. Picked Chaos Williams by KO, I think in the first round. Veretennikov's weird because he really just doesn't have a chin. And the commentary hypes him up like he's some technically great fighter. But it really doesn't matter if you're getting hit and wobbled in all of your fights. He was struggling against Nico Price, and that should tell you all you need to know. Bernardo Sopage versus Timmy Twilight Kwamba. This was a pretty sick fight. Sopage is just a fucking killer. Nothing much to say about him other than I'm a fan of him. I don't know. He's fun to watch. Sopage is one of those guys who's like really solid. He could sneak into the rankings. Modestas Bukauskas versus Christian Edwards. This fight sucked. Modestas Bukauskas sucks. I picked Modestas Bukauskas. He won. Cool. Christian Edwards is a terrible fighter. Yeah. Juan Diaz versus Malcolm Wellmaker. This one shocked me. I think it shocked a lot of people. Let's see the Tapology picks here. I'm sure it wasn't crazy. Oh, wow. It was crazy. So I was in the 90% here. I was in the Wellmaker by KOTKO camp. Juan Diaz, though, I did acknowledge is an extremely dangerous fighter. Java notification. Java updated, bro. Fuck up. Juan Diaz, very, very dangerous fighter. I acknowledged that in my picks video. I wasn't surprised at the fact that Juan Diaz won, but I was surprised at how easy he made it look. I mean, he pretty much exposed Wellmaker as like a complete can crusher, because now in hindsight you look at Wellmaker and you're like, well, Chris Moutinho's dog shit and Cameron Simon's dog shit. Ethan Ewing's a great fucking prospect. Juan Diaz is a great fighter. Malcolm Wellmaker has a lot of work to do. I'm still a fan, but that's a rough loss to have, just by how he lost, not even to who he lost. Because Juan Diaz, that loss can age well, but he didn't land one strike that looked meaningful in that fight. So that's very concerning as a Wellmaker fan. But at the same time, I'm a fan of Juan Diaz, and I look forward to seeing what he can do in the UFC. He's a really, really impressive fighter, pretty damn well-rounded as well. So sick. Doo Ho Choi versus Daniel Santos. Man, this fight was fucking insane. Willie Cat Santos is a beast, and I thought that he would be able to out-brawl Doo Ho Choi, who's seen a lot of wars in his day, who is getting up there in age, whose chin is deteriorating every single fight. You see him get clipped more and more and more, hurt more and more and more. And I just thought a guy like Daniel Santos would be able to bring that to him and make him wilt, and he did bring it to him. But for whatever reason, Doo Ho Choi didn't wilt. I did pick Willie Cat Santos by KO TKO, but I was rooting for Doo Ho Choi because who the fuck isn't? He's one of the most exciting fighters outside of the rankings, regardless of weight class. Even if he doesn't fight often, it's the truth. He is extremely exciting, and he's somebody that you want to root for. If you're a fan of the sport, you're saying fuck yeah to this sick Doo Ho Choi win. The body shot was fucking nasty too. Just a sick performance, a great fight. And I still rate Willie Cat Santos really highly, but I think I need to rethink how I think of Doo Ho Choi. Because that's a fucking impressive win. Like, that's the type of win that, in my opinion, gets you a shot at, like, number 14, number 13 in the rankings. So that's sick. That's a sick fucking win. Sick fight. Moving on, Arnold Allen versus Melky Costa. Finally, I was right about a main event. I had 2 in a row wrong, which is unusual for me, I feel like. Melky Costa, I believed, was never on the level of an Arnold Allen, who has deceptively great wins against, good talents early on in his career, like Mads Burnell. I rate the Dan Hooker win because Dan Hooker is still pretty good. Sadiq Youssef, Nick Lentz even, Gilbert Melendez. Everybody was shit-talking. Makwan Amirkhani was decent at some point. Everybody was shit-talking his resume, saying that he doesn't have the elite wins, and everybody that he gets a step up against, he loses to. But you have to take into account that these are all close losses. A large portion of people think that he beat Evloev. If he did, that's an insane win. That's literally one of the best wins in the last 5 years in featherweight. Literally. The Gene Silva fight was close, although he definitely lost it. I rate the Giga win because I'm a Giga Glazer, so I have to rate it, or else I'm hypocritical for having a Giga signed poster in my basement. Like, Arnold Allen, I don't even rate him too highly myself. But compared to Melky Costa, Arnold Allen has all the tools and the experience that he needs to beat a guy like Melky. I picked Arnold Allen by 50-45 or 49-46 decision. That is exactly what happened. Just an incredible performance. He even dominated him on the ground when they got there. He took him down like 5 or 6 times, maybe even a little more. Just very, very impressive. Melky doesn't really exhibit to me that he can be in the top 10. I think that he kind of went on a fluky run, and I'm willing to be wrong if it ends up the case that Melky is in the future in the top 5, top 10. But he doesn't have the chin for it. He's getting dropped brutally by Arnold Allen and nearly knocked out. And he also just doesn't have the skills for it. He is not the best fighter on the feet. And I truly do believe that Dan Ige would beat him in a rematch. I truly do believe that Morgan Charrier, I don't know if Morgan Charrier would beat him in a rematch, but I do believe that Morgan Charrier would probably not get flatlined by a head kick in a rematch. I just think that this is one of the most fluky win streaks I've seen in MMA over the last 5 to 10 years by Melky. And even though I do like him as a fighter, like, he's exciting, I just have a hard time rating him, and seeing so many people look past Arnold Allen in this fight. it didn't sit well with me because I'm a guy who never, I don't think I've picked Arnold Allen in a fight in like 4 years. But if you know the sport, I feel like it's just Arnold Allen is fundamentally just a better fighter. And I'm surprised that so many people are picking Melky. But then again, I mean, I understand because he's finishing people who have never been finished. Arnold Allen has never been finished, so you can kind of put two and two together and say that maybe he keeps that going. But I don't know. I'm really happy I aced this one because I was kind of getting fucked up in main events. So this was a fun fight as well. Arnold Allen just looked one step ahead 100% of the time. Just a great card, man. Overall, this card was like a solid 7 out of 10. The only thing it lacked was name value, but even then, like, you know, Dooho Choi, like, hardcores no. Malcolm Wellmaker, even though he lost, hardcores no. Chaos Williams, Tommy Gant, Artur Minev, fucking Cody Brunage, bro. I mean, this was a really fun card. You know, if you take out the women's fights in the beginning, even though some of them were actually pretty interesting, given the crazy finishes, this was a really nice card. Really fun card to watch. Moving on. Let's talk about this fucking piece of shit, huh? I didn't watch many of the prelims. I'm going to go out on a whim and say that the Avila fight was probably pretty good, just because I know that Avila is a pretty exciting fighter. The Pereira fight was probably disappointing because they probably went over and hyped up the fact that she's the sister of Alex Pereira and that she disappointed, as she usually does, by the way. As she usually does. Okay, she usually does that. I'm not surprised I went to decision. David McGoyan, I heard he actually looked really good. I didn't watch the fight, but he is a really good fighter. Jason Jackson, fucking, I saw this KO on Twitter. Holy shit, bro. This guy is actually fucking sick. This guy's actually fucking sick. I mean, Jeff Creighton's not good, I guess, right? But Jason Jackson is sick. Talk about a great run for him over the last week. You get this KO, and a week prior, your guy that you knocked out, Amosov, who's 30-1 with his only loss being to you. Holy shit. Just runs through Joel Alvarez. I mean, Jason Jackson, impressive, man. Impressive, man. He's a fun fighter. I like him a lot. Adriano Moraes. Oh, this is the most bullshit thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. So from here on, I was watching. And... dog. Are we dead ass, Herb Dean? Like, are we fucking dead ass? I don't even know what to say about this. This was one of the worst things I've ever seen. I think Herb Dean is one of the worst referees of all time. I think he's completely killed all of his credibility in the sport of MMA. I think that over the last 3 to 4 years, he has dished out some of the worst stoppages we've ever seen, and some of just the worst decisions as a ref that we've ever seen in the history of the sport, and this is up there. I don't think I've ever... holy shit. What is wrong with me today? I don't think I've ever seen anything as bad as this. I mean, I think Nakuda was completely fine at the 5-minute mark when the fight ended. And then all of a sudden, Herb doesn't stop it. There's like 3 or 4 seconds left in the fight where Moraes is just cranking the neck. Herb lets Nakuda go out, and Nakuda loses the fight by technical submission, even though he probably went out after the bell rang. If anything, that's a DQ on Moraes for not letting go. If anything. I don't know if I would have agreed with that, but if anything. This is inexcusable, though. I really cannot believe that they'd scum my boy like that. Especially after I was shit-talking Adriano Moraes so much in the picks video. Just because I think he's so washed. But fair play, I guess. I was wrong. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I cannot believe Herb Dean will let that happen. Namo Fazil is a fucking beast. Jake Babian's kind of fun, though. I kind of like him. He's kind of funny. Nothing much to say here. Fazil's just a fucking really good fighter. That's the one thing that I think this card did a good job at. They did a really good job getting prospects on the card. I just feel like they could have match made these fights a lot better. Like, I said it in my picks video. This is a glorified boxing card. All of the good prospects, all of the interesting fights were only interesting because of one side and not both. None of these fights screamed great matchmaking or excitement. Rebelis Despain fought Junior Dos Santos. This is one of the worst fights I've watched in my life. Rebelis Despain should be whoever is booking these fucking fights, like Rebelis Despain and Sam Alvey, and Rebelis Despain against Junior Dos Santos, I don't really fuck with those guys. Like, I really don't. But, like, fuck you. Like, really fuck you. Like, that, like, straight up fuck you. It's so fucked up to have a guy like Rebelis Despain, who's dog shit anywhere else but just on the feet against old people who don't know how to throw punches that are more than 10 miles per hour. Just dog shit. But they're just putting him in there with him to just get a highlight reel. It's crazy. This fight was dog shit. I cannot believe they did that to JDS. I'm not gonna lie, I cracked up at it, but like I felt kind of bad, man. That's just fucking brutal. Parnassi versus Kenny Cross, man. Man, this guy is a fucking monster. I forget what I picked him at. I picked him, I think by submission. But regardless, just a fucking monster. I'd love to see Parnassi in the UFC. I really do think that he's one of, if not the best fighter outside of the UFC right now that you can consider a free agent, because I doubt Netflix made money on this card and they're probably not going to run another one again. So you can assume that a lot of these people are free agents now. If the UFC doesn't pick Parnassi up, they're retarded. He's a great fighter. Kenneth Cross is tough, but Parnassi is just outright better by a million light years. Francis Ngannou fought Felipe Lins. Another fight that I just was not excited for, did not give a shit about. Man, this card was for fucking bots. I swear to God, dude. This Ngannou fight was like... Of course he was going to knock out Felipe Lins in round 1. Just... good for you, man. I don't know what else to say. Do I want Ngannou to fight Jake Paul? Sure, bro. Have fun. Sure, man. Mike Perry fought Nate Diaz. Even this fight disappointed me, man. This was one-sided. And Mike Perry didn't even look all that insane to me. It was more just like kind of just slow slugging on both ends. Nate just slowed more, took a lot more damage, couldn't see. And Mike just started fucking unloading. Crazy knee at the end. Mike did look impressive. I shouldn't downplay it. I picked Nate Diaz by submission. That was never gonna happen. I was on the complete wrong side of this one. Still fuck with Mike Perry. I'm surprised he looked as decent as he did in MMA, so that's pretty cool. And good for him. I don't really know what else to say about this fight. I thought the stoppage was fine. I think Nate's defense looked atrocious as usual, but it's crazy how this guy's chin continues to hold up. Those shots would have flatlined most people, especially those knees, man. That's nasty shit. Mike Perry's a tough motherfucker. Moving on to the main event, Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. If you genuinely want me to talk about this fight, I'm sorry. This is one of the worst things I've watched in my life. It was very obvious. Ronda was just gonna fucking take her down and armbar her instantly. I cannot believe that Netflix spent millions upon millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars marketing this car crash of a fight, this dog shit show. The production was terrible. The walkouts were terrible. The pacing was atrocious. What is this fucking what is this PFL championship ass fucking pacing? Like the PFL cards where they have their 8 fucking belts on the line and like half the fights are dog shit with like fucking Sadabo C or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. I fucking hate that guy. I don't know why. He's a fucking sick fighter, but like people like cards like that have like an hour in between each fight. And this just felt like a PFL card to me, bro. I mean, half the fighters were fucking PFL fighters anyway. It's just crazy that people think that they could pull off becoming a competitor to the UFC with cards like this. Netflix and Jake Paul have infinite money to spend. You can tell by the fighters that they got on the card, but they don't matchmake it, and they literally had fucking 1,500 people in a 25,000 capacity crowd. I really do wonder what Netflix was wondering when they put this together. Atrocious. I was right about this card. And fuck the like 3 people that disliked all of my videos about the MVP cards, because I was right. And if you liked this card, dislike this fucking video, because I don't fucking like you, man. This card was terrible. The prelims were fantastic, but the main card was just atrocious. It made me reconsider my entire thoughts. And to be fair, I only watched 3 of the 6 prelim fights. So, that's a wrap. That's a wrap for this semi-stacked Saturday. Next week, what are we even looking at next week? Ooh, China's in 2 weeks. Okay. So we got an off week, so I'll upload some videos over the next couple weeks that are a little bit unrelated, a little bit related. Should be a fun card, though, this Chinese card, yeah. All right. This has been Chin. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any thoughts on the Ronda card, maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe I'm a casual. Maybe the Ronda fight was fantastic. And it was beautiful and poetic because Ronda's back. Let me know in the comments. This has been Chin. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.